What's up, party members? Just Party 8 here. Welcome back for more Super Mario Galaxy. In the last episode, we finished the engine room for now on, and we also went back to the Gateway Galaxy. Got Flying Mario, and we also finished Army Room over there. In this episode, going to the final dome of the game, but before doing that, we have another very big shortcut right here. We can just go right to the garage and all the way up to the Garden Dome, which is the final dome in this game. Instead of having to climb all the way up here, you could just go warp right over here in one go. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing for this episode. And if you haven't watched the entire video last episode, I told you that Mr. Miyamoto is also a big fan of Kingdom Hearts, because the Kingdom Hearts logo is all around it. Alright, so let's go into the garden. It's a secret room. The garden is also the smallest dome in the game. It only has 4 levels. It has no Bowser level, or Bowser Jr. level in general. But it does have some pretty difficult levels if you're not familiar with the controls. Alright, so we're going to start with the first level, which is the Deep Dark Galaxy. Oh boy. Well, I think the main missions for this level aren't that bad, but this is probably, in my personal opinion, the second hardest Terrorful Comet in the game. Yes, I even reckon it's higher than the Bouldergeist one. I actually think this one is harder. I think you might have I think you might already know what the Brainstorm Comet is, but I'll save it when we get to it. Anyway, mission 1, the underground ghost ship. Now, it's actually very possible that you can actually accidentally do the secret mission first, because it's kind of that obvious where you need to go. Well, you do need to go inside, need to go underwater somewhere. Stupid crabber. But that's about it. There's actually a secret over here, which I think only appears in this mission, so might as well do it right now. It's the exact same planet as the Gateway Galaxy. But if you press something out like this, and it gets smaller, and then you get a whole bunch of coins, and you need to get all of them before time runs out, which I of course did not do. Oh, actually, wait, hang on. Yeah, got all of them. It's an interesting bonus room. And now we just have to wait until it disappears, and that was mean. Come on. And here we need to take... Well, you don't need to take down all of them, but... Oh my god. It would have been easier with the Rainbow Star that you could actually get in this. Very much easier. And, well... You know what? Let's do it. Let's destroy these things. Come on. So, how have you guys been up to lately? Well, I already said a lot of things what happened in the last few week. It's a very busy week for the upcoming week. Of course, Christmas season is coming up, which is going to be a big thing, and I'm going to be absent, of course, during the Christmas days. Get over here. Thank you. So that's one thing you do have to worry about. That will happen. I will be gone for, like, I think once again 2 more weeks around the Christmas season, and then New Year's, and the New Year, you know, on December 31st. But I will. After that, I will try to be back after New Year's Eve has happened. Anyway, open this with the fire power up. And now we can explore the rest of the level. And oh, that was stupid spawning. Come on. Man, I'm making a lot more trouble than I used to with this when it comes to this level. Jeez. Anyway, we need to go down inside. It says Deep Dark, going deep inside here. Now, as a kid, I never know where you're supposed to go for this mission, but because I never saw this Starbits, you know, version of Arrow, the Starbit version Arrow, Starbit version. There was an arrow pointed over here, made out of Starbits. Okay, there we go. That's how you're supposed to say it. My English is so good in this episode. And you're supposed to go this way for this episode, for this mission, but if you go further down that path, back there, well, you will go to the secret mission of this level, which I will skip for now, of course. Avoid this jellyfish thing. You can tell English is not my first language, right? Oh my god, that was such bad. I hope you at least understand my commentary. Anyway, get over to this underground ghost ship. However, if you haven't guessed by now, it's actually a boss fight. And it's another ripoff. It's Kamala once again. A harder version of the fight. As you can see, first off, there is a wall on both sides, so you cannot escape. So you gotta be careful. She also teleports instead of just floating around, which makes it a little bit harder to hit. And another thing about this boss, this Kamala takes 4 hits now instead of 3, so you gotta be careful. Oh, now she comes inside. Sometimes she spawns in front of you and you get hit on without even trying, which is kind of annoying. There we go. And now for the harder part, you need to... The fight continues on the top of that pole, which is not a lot of space to move around. I recommend if you do go up here, there we go. Oh, stupid green shell! Oh my god. Oh, thank god. I almost got kicked out because I got hit because of that stupid green shell. Alright, one more hit. The reason why I'm being very cautious of not getting hit, you will see later. There we go. And that should be around it. There we go. That should be it. There. And there we go. That's another mission taken down. What do I feel about this level, the Deep Dark Galaxy? I don't know. It's a little bit forgettable, right? Personally, it does have a very creepy theme, which I do like. But that's about it I have to say. I don't know why Gusty Garden was not part of this dome, but then again, it depends on difficulty, not by how the level looks. Also, I love how the garden dome looks. It looks so peaceful. It almost looks like the freaking Windows XP background, but I mean, just look at it. It looked like an HD version of the Windows XP background. Okay, well, okay, whatever. Anyway, mission number 2, Bubble Blast Off. Now you can very cheat this mission very easily, but I'm gonna show you the way Nintendo intended for you to do it. Anyway, first you need to take down this mole, which has a water gun once more. Now you can jump on them, but you can also use the coconuts. Stupid camera. Okay, that was the fall of the freaking camera. You know what? Screw it. Let's just... What's with the camera? Okay, there we go. There we go. That was so weird with the camera. I did not even move, and it moved very strange. Anyway, get inside here. Ignore what happened. Oh no, it does appear in the other missions, huh? But the sky is now blue. Anyway, let's kill all of them this time with the Rainbow Star. There we go. We cannot adjust the camera because then we can actually to run like this. We do need to go a little bit further with the firepower. So we do need to be very fast because, like I said, firepower is his time, which is very stupid. Go away! There we go. Stupid crabber. Guess he lit up the free things to get an ice flower over here. There's the Ice Mario. Screw you, Machikoopa. So we can move this area. No, not this time. Now, what I'm doing right now, you don't actually you don't need to do it. You could just, I think, wall jump up here. And screw you. Die. And you can just go up this pole right away. You can also just jump over here to the sides, to that area over there. You can skip a lot of stuff in this mission. That's why you can cheat this level very easily. But I'm showing the way intended for you to do it. Even though I don't like it. Watch out for the Magikoopas. There we go. You don't need those bubbles in order to go from platform to platform. You can just do this. And, oh, well. And, oh, for this one you do need to. And I'm very bad at timing. I'm very bad at timing. Come on. There we go. We have these fire floods. That would be a pretty good idea for if they're gonna make another Sunshine game. Instead of just only water, we have... Die, stupid Magikoopa. You can also have a electric, flood or a fire flood. That's actually a pretty good idea. For if they ever make a sequel to Mario Sunshine, which I hope they do, because that's, I think, alongside Odyssey, the only... And screw you. The only free Mario game that hadn't gotten a sequel. Which is kind of sad, because we saw a lot of different animal-shaped islands outside Isle Delfino during the intro of Mario Sunshine, so many idea choices to go to different islands, but Nintendo is not going for it, of course. Anyway, you need to press these sort of tense-looking balls with your ground pounds, but also avoid these stupid laser guys, which are so obnoxious. You know what? I'm gonna get hit on purpose. As you can tell, I don't like this part. That stupid ball. Stop being so poorly timed. Come on. There we go. When I first played this was confusing. No. Let's not die when the star appears. Okay, there we go. There we go. I refuse to die when a star appears. There we go. A little paranoid right there. Anyway, as I was saying, I was very confused by this part of what you're supposed to do. That was probably one of the first time I actually had to look up a guide on how to do this. But we did it. Anyway, let's go to the final main mission of this game, of this level, which is another pretty simple one. Guppy and the Underground Lake. Like I said back in Sea Slides, you only see him one more time, which is right here. Now we just need to go straight for the lake this time. And looks like the toads are making meats. What do you have to say? The mean Guppy is down below, but I fear no fish. You don't scare me. Well, he's not really he's a type of fish, but he's not a fish, you know. He's a half dolphin, half shark, but I already said this when we first met Guppy, but reuse commentary. Okay. All I need to do for this mission is go straight down the lake and talk to Guppy once again, and you probably already know what we have to do with him. You have to eat him. No, we don't have to eat him. It's not that gruesome. We just do this. What? You again? You gotta be kidding me. You want me to run out of this lake? You gotta get through all 8 rings. Yep, we have to go to the 8 rings once again. This can be a little bit harder because it's shorter and there are some pretty difficult obstacles. Plus, you have to do this without a green shell for... Well, you can do it without the green shell. I think that's kind of recommending, in my personal opinion. Ooh. Also, the camera does not help most of the time during this mission, so you don't know where Guppy is sometimes. I don't care if we get a speed up, because that's a death sentence. Watch out for the giver. There we go. There we go. Now, camera, can you please move? Thank you. Now, this one you need to go backwards like this. Otherwise, you're gonna get stuck in there. Anyway, what do you have to say before we move? Alright, I'm official my word. Take this. Anyway, let's get the star. I said let's get the star and move on. Not a fish, not a man of my word. Fish of my words. Interesting word choice. That's all the main missions taken care of. Now just the pranks, the comet, and the secret mission. And I think you already guessed what the pranks comet was. It was a Daredevil comet. I think this fight is harder than the Boulder Guys one, in my personal opinion. It starts off pretty simple, but the last part is actually really difficult. Ghost Ship Daredevil Run. So we need to do the fight without getting hit. That's why I was so paranoid about how I almost got hit, because I didn't want to... That was kind of a practice run for me when that first mission, but now I have to do it without getting hit. Let's do it. We still need to run into the hardest Prankster Comet and already? Okay. That's rare. Normally you shoot a fireball first. We haven't encountered the hardest Prankster Comet yet, which actually does happen in this dome. What's with you today, Kim? Is this a glitch or something? Because normally it's supposed to be fire. You're making it a little bit easier, I'm afraid. Anyway, stick to this side right here. Oh, now he's shooting a lot of fireballs, okay. No! Ah, there we go. There we go. Oh, okay, the hardest part is over. We still have 3 star bits, so... Shoot the star bits in front of the magic Koopas in order to stun them for a few seconds. Ooh, okay, there we go. There we go. And that is it. That was so strange on the first 2 hits. They're supposed to do fireball and then green shell. I don't know. Maybe they made it easier in the Switch version compared to the Wii version. Because the modern era is not used to hard missions. Okay, no, not really. There are still some difficult games in the modern era compared to the older games. But I think the older games are harder. So we did it. So now it's just one more mission and then we're done. I do need to be careful with my starbit count because we need over 1600 starbits to do the final Hungry Luma level, so we do need some grinding. There is some grinding we need to do. Anyway, the secret mission I already told you is back in the first mission, which you can actually go to by accident. Yeah, skip this entire stuff. And get the Rainbow Star once again. Let's get them all! Die, you pink piggies. Actually, that's not what they're called, but I don't care. Okay, there we go. And now let's get the fire flower. That stupid controls. Sometimes the gravity does mess with your controls. Alright, there we go. It die. Okay, that was entirely my fault. Anyway, I need to go all the way down to the lake. Watch out for the blooper! Okay, the blooper almost got me. As I said, bloopers are kind of a joke in the Mario Galaxy games. But I almost got hit by one, of course. Anyway, go all the way down. I'm matching the button. You know what? Let's spin. Let's go a little bit faster. There we go. We need to hit these land-looking mines with the green shell, which makes this thing getting destroyed, and which reveals a launch star. Now we can go to this planet over here, which we saw in the preview of this level. As you can see, the Boo has the star, so we do need some lights to kill him. Need to change gravity a couple of times. And go away. We also gotta watch out for these guys. Come on. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, we do need to... There we go. And this reveals some lights. So where are you, Boo? There you are. Lord over here, being an idiot, and there we go. Now we still need to watch out for this jerk. Yep. Okay, that was entirely my fault. Okay, there we go. And that's it. And that's all the missions for Deep Dark Galaxy for now. And I think that should be enough for this episode, unless another chapter comes out. Let's see. Boo in a box. Nope, no new chapter yet, so I guess we're gonna say next time on Super Mario Galaxy, we're gonna head towards the next level of the Garden Dome. So, see you guys next time.